It's over for Matt Gaetz. Trump is eyeballing a new attorney general. So you were asking me about it. What lies next for Matt Gaetz, correct?
Yeah. I had seen the headlines. I hadn't really read about it. I'm just curious what changed, because this was very fast of a change. Not even a week, was it?
So he retired from he resigned from Congress, so he's not going to be in the House anymore. But and I got to be very careful because YouTube. But as we all know, there are certain scandals, intimate intercourse. There you go, scandals of possible payment and other things surrounding him. But I'm not going to be like Sonny with the legal notes. I mean, again, the Department of Justice investigated into Matt Gaetz and found no wrongdoings. But so Matt Gaetz resigned from it, or resigned from the position of being attorney general, not to be a distraction for Trump. So what lies next for him? Because he does have a replacement, or Trump does have a replacement in mind. Another role in the Trump administration. So that is a possibility. And so Matt Gaetz could still somewhere be in there, but I find the resignation from Congress to be very shocking too, because now that he's out of Congress, we are witnessing the only congressman, at least in my lifetime, to successfully have used force to vote and actually get a result. He did. And I remember I had Farron Frozek, my co-host, talking about it. Unlike AOC, Matt Gaetz pulled it off. So does he have a potential run or another role in the Trump administration? The answer would be yes, possibly. A gubernatorial run. He could run for governor, because the high heel cowboy, the sanctimonious, might not be popular with his constituents in the great state of Florida. So he could run for a governor. Return to the House of Representatives. So let's talk about this, because this is a big one people are talking about. Gaetz resigned his seat for the current 118th Congress, but his resignation letter left some wiggle room to return to the 119th Congress that starts on January 3rd of 2025, since he was reelected to the seat. I do not intend to take the oath of office for the same office in the 119th Congress to pursue the position of Attorney General in the Trump administration, Gaetz wrote in his letter. Now that he's no longer pursuing the Attorney General position, his intentions may change, which he could. It is unclear whether Gaetz could return unilaterally, but some congressional sources believe he can. If not, Gaetz has easily won re-election, and he could likely win a special election again. Yes, if he were to do that, he could. Of course, Gaetz may not even want to return to the House. His wife, Ginger Gaetz, posted his statement on X about withdrawing from Attorney General consideration, with a photo of the two on the Capitol steps, captioned, the end of an era. So there you go. That could happen. A media career, because all these politicians want to have a podcast. Hillary's got a podcast. Obama's got, all these people got a podcast. Hey, listen, Representative Matt Gaetz, stay out of my backyard. Stay out of there. And then appointment to the Senate. He could do that. He could fill in Marco Rubio, little boy Rubio's seat. So they're both from the great state of Florida. So let's talk about who Trump is actually picking as a replacement. And look, folks, I'm not going to be mean here, but when I first saw this video, I didn't realize that this was the same person. I thought that these were 4 different ladies from Fox News being taught. You know, like how Fox News has 4 different people on a screen. And I know like the blonde joke has been used a lot, so I'm not being mean here. But I thought that these were 4 different people, and they're the same people. Oh, okay. Unless they somehow are cloning her. So who is this person?
You're going to get sent to the White House counselor's office if you're not careful here.
Yeah, I got to be careful. Hold on. You know what, Nick? The show's yours. It's over. I'm done. Bye. Wendy sent me back, and she wanted me to say, I'm sorry. Okay, folks? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But at least you know, wearing pants. There you go.
I've been wondering the whole time, and I put on pants specifically for this. So,
you did? Great.
I did.
Awesome. We got pants confirmed. Pants confirmed everywhere. So let's go ahead and talk about who this person is. Her name is Pam Bondi. Bondi. I said Bondi. Bondi. She is a perfect Attorney General pick. She'll be every bit of a loyalist that Matt Gaetz would have been, just with a little bit more legal experience and a little less baggage. So we go. Let's find out who she is. Let's play this video.
Any good reality TV star, you probably remember Pam Bondi best from her many, many, many appearances on television, and specifically Fox News television. Miss Bondi even filled in as a guest host on Fox 3 times while she was still the sitting Attorney General of Florida. And she spent plenty of time on the network since she left office.
Murderers, rapists from Venezuelan prisoners coming straight into our country.
She's a perfect fit. She's a perfect fit. I love her already.
They are coming to a town near you. It should scare and terrify everyone in this country. This is just one big press conference trying to smear Donald Trump, trying to hurt Donald Trump.
We do have evidence of cheating, and I'll talk about that in a minute, but we are still on the ground in Pennsylvania. I'm here right now, and we are not going anywhere until they declare that we won Pennsylvania.
That last clip you saw there was from just after the 2020 election when Pam Bondi was promoting the big lie that Trump had won the election.
Okay, let's talk about it, because there were some questionable results after that election, but nonetheless, Biden got elected into office in 2020. You hear that, YouTube? But, you know, I mean, election integrity is something that we need to be focused more on in this country. And maybe I'm projecting my feelings, but Chicago, election integrity is a foreign concept.
Bondi was, again, part of Trump's legal team that tried and failed to prove Trump's election conspiracies in court, filing multiple lawsuits on Trump's behalf in battleground states. And she has been one of his most loyal foot soldiers ever since then. She even stood by Trump's side during his Manhattan criminal trials and defended him outside the courthouse.
Listen, all the rights here, I'm a prosecutor, former prosecutor. Yeah, all the rights here go to the defendant because it's his liberty at stake. And that has not been happening in this courtroom. This case should have never, ever been brought.
All of that is why Donald Trump chose Pam Bondi to be his pick for Attorney General. She will be every bit the loyalist that Matt Gaetz would have been, just with a little more legal experience and a little less baggage. Any good?
So she sounds pretty petty in there, you know. Before I pull up the other videos, because I got another video where they're saying some nice things about her, and then another full-blown BSDNC meltdown of Pam being appointed in. So, because no matter who Trump picks, they're always going to panic. Go ahead,
Totally.
Nick, take it away.
No, I was just going to say, I'm surprised he didn't pick her even before he tried out Matt Gaetz, because she is loyal to him. And, you know, Trump values loyalty in the people he works with more than probably anything else. And a meltdown. I mean, they could put Santa Claus in there and people would have a meltdown on MSNBC.
You know, I would say for everybody that Trump has picked, from RFK Jr. to, I guess by proxy, Elon Musk and Vivek for the Doge department,
hey,
right?
That is your shadow VP elect right there.
Yeah, yes. I will follow the orders. Hail to Elon and Vivek. Deputy Fritz, do the salute. Hello. There you go. But okay, we got another one. Another video from CNN. CNN is they have a different tone in regards to good old to this new person that Trump has picked over Pam. So let's go ahead and hear their praise. Oh, I just realized that the video's not up yet. So there you go. I was wondering what was going on there. Sorry about that, folks. Let me go ahead and play this. Sorry.
Is this just a confirmation that would essentially sail through Scott or not?
Well, I don't think you could consider anybody, you know, just they're going to sail without any kind of real process. She's going to have to go through a process like everybody else. But I can tell you, this is a massive upgrade. I've talked to a couple people up on the Hill already. There's a sigh of relief that now we have somebody here, 2-term AG, strong record on drug enforcement and opioid issues, a total hawk on immigration, politically supportive of Trump, obviously. I don't know a Republican in the country who doesn't love Pam Bondi. So you were starting with Gaetz, a nominee who was underwater significantly to start and was going to always be hard to get to the surface. With Bondi, I do think you're starting above water. And as long as she performs in her hearings, and look, this is somebody who's been through 2 elections in a really big state. And so a lot of public vetting of her has gone on already. So I think this is a great move by Trump to be pragmatic and tell Gaetz to get out, and a really good move to go with Bondi. This is not a shaky limb. This is a sturdy branch he's going with for AG here.
Is this just a confirmation?
So now we have one other video here, a full-blown meltdown, because apparently Pam is worse than Matt Gaetz. Listen, with all the scandals surrounding good old Matt, I couldn't help but laugh at this, because no matter who Trump picks, they're always going to be triggered by it and upset by it.
Pam Bondi is exactly what I was saying in the last segment that we should all fear, because she's competent. We may not agree with her ideologically, but she actually knows how to do this job. So if anyone on the Democratic side or anyone who cared about liberty or justice was thinking, well, maybe Matt Gaetz will screw this up and that'll give us some time. No, Pam Bondi knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing about immigration. Remember, Florida is one of those states that's been very aggressive about migrants and deportation and moving people to different states and everything else like that. Florida has enacted all sorts of rules and laws to curtail students and what they can do on campuses and finding legal justifications for manipulating education money. She is a dangerous and effective pick, and that's frankly worse than what we would have got with Matt Gaetz, even with the deplorable moral background that he has.
That is just projecting.
Yeah, and I want to discuss that with a little more depth with both of you, including her record on civil rights, LGBTQ rights, and other issues that are front and center at the DOJ, and which we know were also big campaign issues this cycle.
So, all right. Nick, so I remember before we went live, like, who is this person, Pam? Your thoughts overall? Because again, it seems like no matter who Trump has, and I have my criticism for a lot of people in his office, who he's going to be picking, but this is like, oh, this person's a danger. This person's a danger.
They're all dangers. It doesn't matter.
Everyone's a danger.
Even RFK pulling out red dye 40 from Fruit Loops is a danger. It's like the fear mongering is just so clear and obvious to me at this point that I just kind of have to laugh at it, let it roll off. And I just wonder, are these people who are having these meltdowns, are they acting 100%, or do they believe this? Because yeah, she's going to be competent, but here's the unfortunate reality, or maybe fortunate, I guess we'll see. But Trump won and has a mandate to put these positions into place. People voted for him, and in a large majority in the popular vote and in the 5 swing states and across the country. I'm sure we've all seen that map at this point where all the areas that are red, but it doesn't matter who he picks. They're going to freak out. He's allowed to pick who he wants. They'll go through the process. I have a feeling that Trump is going to push the people he wants through one way or another. And quite frankly, he has a mandate to do that, whether you like it or not. That's just how it is. So I would imagine these people will be the resistance again, and it's going to be the same old playbook over and over.
I hope it's not this resistance crap again, because I sat through it before, and I mean, look, when Trump got elected in office, I think it was like either later that, like, okay, I remember. Oh, wait, I remember this. It was after we got covering election night. And I know it's not related to the story, but I got to get. So you left earlier and we continued on. Like, we wrapped up the show, like getting close to 12:30-ish or so. And when we got done, that's when all the final results came in by that time. And Trump got elected in office. And then I'm seeing reports that, because my phone was buzzing and I had to mute it, of, oh, yeah, protests are going to be happening. And thank God they didn't happen in the morning, because on November 6th, because I came back from O'Hare Airport, getting there and back, I told this on your podcast already, getting to and back from O'Hare was like the fastest I ever got to O'Hare and back home then. I'm seeing people protest in front of Trump Tower, and it's just like, are you going to be protesting every single time? Like, if Trump farts in the middle of Washington, D.C., is that going to be another excuse for a protest? Like, they're always finding an excuse against anyone in his administration. Like, already, I can think of more legit reasons, but somehow they're always a danger to democracy. They're always a danger, a threat. What about the previous administration? And look at what they're leading us down to. World War III. I think that's a pretty big danger right there.
I would be so proud of people. No, I would be so proud of people protesting war. I remember I was on the Red Line in Chicago right after Trump won. And for those of you who don't know, the Red Line is part of the Chicago transit system. It's a kind of sketchy train that becomes a subway. And I can't even remember what I was coming back from, but it was loaded with people going to the Women's March, the protest. And me being the curious person that I am, and I like to talk to normal people, and I like to talk to them about what's going on around them. So I asked a couple people, I'm like, what are you protesting? Against Trump. And I said, okay, what are you protesting for? Well, we're protesting against Trump because this is my body, my choice. I'm like, oh, so you're protesting for autonomy or Roe v. Wade, whatever it is. And no, just my body, my choice, anti-Trump. And I got derivatives of this answer from several people, probably 4 or 5. I don't remember. And at that time, I'm like sitting there, I'm like, this is the most useless protest. It's actually a parade. And
It is. Yes.
It's a parade at this point. And I just remember, I was like, imagine if these people who, God, what an assembly it was. I remember the videos all over the country of people assembling there for absolutely no change.
Yes.
For no change. Like if we had all those people there and we said, we're not going back to work until we codify Roe v. Wade, guess what? If we stuck to it, Roe v. Wade would be codified in a day.
Absolutely.
Because you can't shut down capitalism. And that's what we need to do. And instead, people take a parade. And I'm obviously all for people assembling over whatever they want. This is a free country. But like for something, it needs to be for something. And it needs to be clear and it needs to be unified. And until we get in the streets and we shut down capitalism, we're not getting anything that we want other than tweaks around the edges.
Absolutely. I agree 100%, man. That's what we're calling these protests now, parades. It's a parade to Trump Tower. This is our 3rd parade coverage. Oh man, that's
and you know what else?
Nick,
you know what else bothers me?
You have codified it. We're calling them parades now.
We're calling them parades.
Go ahead, Nick.
Also,
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No. Just a protest, by the way. You don't need a permit. Or I should say you shouldn't need a permit for a protest because that also is an indicator of a parade. A protest should be shutting something down.
That's right. Oh, man. We're calling these protests now parades. They're parades. Another
and
parade
they don't even
to
throw
Trump
candy
Tower.
out.
Yeah,
they don't throw candy out.
They don't. They just block the traffic, man. All right. That's a great note to end it on. There's going to be another parade to be against Pam Bondi, Trump's pick for Attorney General. All right. So to all those people out there who are going to be forming up for their parade, I better see those banners. I better hear those drums beating. I better hear people screaming how Trump's a fascist as you protest in front of Trump Tower across the Chicago River. Not even in front of a damn building. Anyways, that's just me projecting there. I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry.
It's frustrating. I feel it.
It is.